should be. Is that where I want it to see? And look. So the problem I'm having right now is that the reason why I put this down here is because if I have this streaming, I can't see the chat, right?
Yeah.
So I can't interact with people. People are talking to me, but I can't interact because I'm working. So if I'm working and I just look back and, oh, whatever, Ruben said, hey, how's it going? Oh, okay, I can keep working and I can keep talking to you. And it won't matter if that's over there anymore because this does this. So that's why I was like, oh, like if this was over here and then I didn't have this, all you would hear is that. So now it's set up properly. I didn't realize my address is out here. All good. You guys want to come rate me? Come, huh? So, to bypass all that, because obviously that was this whole issue in itself, and I had the whole PC issue trying to get the GPU ready so that way I could add this thing on with no issue. I bought a Bluetooth HDMI transmitter receiver thing. It didn't reach all the way over here. And then also I put it over there to test it, and it's like zoomed in like by 10%, so it looks weird. And the audio is like super lag, which I don't use it for audio, but it was $80, so I felt like I should have had a better deal for that. So I bought this, and this is the end of the line thing. I don't have to have this thing set up. I don't need to have external power. My phone is fine, and I have no issues. So this is what I ended up going with. Can you see this properly?
Yeah.
So this is the OBS bot. So this is a camera. This is a 4K 60 frames per second camera. And so this is going to go right here. And not only is it a camera, it could track, zoom in, zoom out. So if I'm working over here, it'll automatically track me, and I'll be doing my thing, and then I don't have to be, okay, I'm coming over here now, let me move this like I just did.
Yeah.
It'll just follow me, so it's like I have a Joel, pretty much.
So
And
facial recognition, pretty much.
facial recognition, gestures, zooming in, zooming out automatically. So that's what this guy is for, and so that's why I went ahead and I bought this thing. $600, but better than paying somebody, $80,000 a year. And that's where Rob is. As we talked with Rob, is that where he's losing a lot of his profit is just having Joel there, So you need to have that there. And I was like, that's yeah. And for me personally, the main reason why I did this was when I film or I have to stop to film, I feel cringe. Like I'm not a YouTuber in that sense. I don't. It just makes me feel weird, I have to stop what I'm doing to film this part. Everybody has to stop what they're doing. Like there's times where Rob wanted to film something. Okay, now I need to stop working. I'm sitting there with my dick in my hand for 30 minutes, which I personally I liked, but I can't pay myself to have my dick in my hand anymore. As much as I like it. So that's where all of this kind of came in, and this is just the most efficient compounding way. I'm already doing the work, and I want to showcase the work, but I can't stop to film, and then I can't charge my customers for the time that I'm filming.
Well, one thing I realize what you're doing here is being by yourself. You're making it more efficient for a one-man person operation to do it the right way.
Mastermind on air. That's what it says.
Mastermind on air.
And then it comes with cum stains on it too, so that's nice. You see that?
Yeah.
Somebody already has
it. They
it.
didn't charge you extra for that.
Shit.
But I think what you're giving to your fans and
Audience.
your audience and your people, that you could do it by yourself without having
100%.
4 or 5 people.
Yeah.
And it may cost you a little bit of money up front, but long term it's going to save you time.
And that's where these past 2 weeks now has been a hassle, because it's not I don't want to say a hassle. These past 2 weeks have been a strong learning curve because I've had everything that I needed. I had the wireless microphones, I had the gimbal, and the gimbal I knew was able to live stream before. And so when I got to it, everything changed from what I thought I had. And there's a bunch of hardware that you need, specific wires for cables, for data transfer, for audio, for this and for that, so that way you don't just have a crappy stream and nobody could care. Like my main goal is so whoever's watching to feel like they're standing right here and they're talking to me. That is the main goal, because there's a lot of streams out there and they're just so disconnected, and you saw I'm streaming and people are supporting them, and it just sucks because in this day and age I feel like a lot of people are getting a platform that I don't deserve a platform just because they're doing it,
Right.
So the main goal is not to be famous or YouTube or whatever. The main goal is to make everybody feel like they're right here with me, and to show everybody that, hey, I'm just a normal person like you. Like we could all do this. Like this is nothing special. So
interactive, pretty much.
Yeah.
You know, so that's basically what
so
you're offering.
This is the camera right here. Oh my god, it's actually a lot smaller than I thought. I feel like that's what she said. So I plug in my microphone right here, so I still have the external audio. So that's not going to be recording audio from right here. There's an SD card that it comes with, and it comes with like a 500 gigabyte SD card. And for about 10 hours.
Is that magnet? It's magnet.
That's fucking sick.
Nice.
So for 10 hours, oh wow, it's about 200 gigabytes for 4K 60 frames per second. And so this is going to stream, since I don't want to run. So my problem is going 50 yards from here up to my room, because I have to go to the outside. Is going to be the shortest route.
Yeah.
A USB-C cable is the best, fastest transfer rate, but I need a fiber optic cable, and it needs to go 50 yards, and it doesn't need to have power, because I'm going to do external power to this to power it. But there is a power one, and once you get into that 50-foot range for wanting to have the 40 to 80 gigabyte per second transfer rate, because that'll have it uncompressed, it gets to be in the like anywhere from 170, 180 to like the $400 range for just one cable.
Now, for what you're saying right now, it makes sense too, because you've done the research. Now, for the audience that does not understand that, what does that mean, and how does that transfer over?
One thing that I've always adored about being over at Rob's was that he cared about the same thing that I'm caring about right now. Is he cares about getting that story across properly. Yeah. And so he spends a lot of time, or he spends a lot of time getting the right equipment, so that way the low lighting stuff, the audio and stuff like that. So, but what comes with that and trying to do that is there's not only getting the right equipment, there's the way you transfer the data. So if I just have a regular this USB cable, trying to make it go 50 yards, it's going to go 10 gigabytes per second, and the stream is 4K at 60 frames per second. That's not enough speed to transfer that. It's going to have to compress that file. And so when I go to edit it, it's going to be pixelated and mixed up, and it's not going to be, then I would have bought this for no reason. So the whole point of doing this was that no matter what I stream, there's an SD card that it saves raw data straight to it. So it streams and also saves to that card at the same time. So that way, at the end of the day, I take out an SD card, I go up to the PC, I download it all, I mess up the video, so that way it's not at the end of the week and I'm like overly stressed about, oh man, I need to put this video together. Throughout the week, I could say, okay, I clip this goes to that video, I clip this goes to that video. So I'm streamlining exactly what I'm doing, because right now what I've seen, like, what it goes back to is that when me and Rob first started dating, we did the SEMA stuff. And at the end of the day, I'd be dead tired, and I'll go to sleep on the top bunk, and he would spend 30 minutes right there putting together the video, and boom, video out. Nice. Now we spend a week, a month sometimes, which is why.
So basically, for someone like me that doesn't know what you're talking about, but I'm understanding now, it's like having a high octane motor and putting 87 gas in.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
So that's exactly
so
you're not getting the performance.
Exactly. So you can have the best stuff, and if you're not having all the supporting mods to it, it's not worth it, you know.
And that's one thing that you're saying that Rob did good. He did the research and development before buying the equipment to give the audience the best quality pictures and sound.
Yeah, so because I've always like low-key felt like a superstar when I watch it on the TV at home. I'm like, oh shit, looks like some Top Gear type of shit, you know. Like it's good quality stuff. There's a lot of people out there that are just streaming, and you know, you get the point across, which is great, but it just feels like a low-quality stream.
Right.
And for me, I don't know why I have it stuck in my head that if I have low quality stuff or I have low quality this, I'm not going to do the work. If my work area is not clean, I'm not going to do clean work. That's the OCD that's stuck in my head that I'm fortunate to have, don't get me wrong, but also I can live without sometimes.
Right. Now, but try that mag on the side, Dad, and see if how
yeah. Trusted it too much. Yeah. At least that pops off. Okay. Well, the magnet's not strong enough for the side, Dad. Oh, cool. You can mess with this.
durable.
Yeah, it's already been dropped and hasn't been used. So, camera looks good still. Motor's no sign. Okay, so we'll just leave that right there and try not to be idiots again. So, we shall put this here, and this goes straight into.
Does that have a backup battery too as well?
No.
No, so that has to be plugged in.
It has to be plugged in. It does have a little bit of battery, but so what it comes down to is that when you're streaming like good quality, if you're streaming like 1080 or whatever, then yeah, it'll last longer. But you're making the camera work at its max capacity, so you want it to be as hardwired in as possible. Actually, I'm gonna use this wire just because this is the wire that it came with, and I would feel more comfortable doing that. So.
Power bank too, or just gotta use the same power?
No, there's no power bank to it.
What about that?
Oh no, that's just a regular wall charger.
Yeah. Well, some of those are fast charger and.
Yeah. So this is the USB-C is the fast charger stuff. But this only takes 10 watts, so it's not a whole lot. But it has a battery built into it, so it is fine. I think this little strip right here is going to be what it is. So, all right, let's read the quick guide.
So now, what made you choose this particular brand over the ones you did research?
I chose this brand because it's the most cost effective with this quality. My main quality was my main goal was the quality. I want a 4K 60 frames so that way when I put it up on the TV, whoever's watching it, wherever it's at, it looks crisp, it looks clear. They don't complain like me because I complain. So yeah. I'm trying to shut myself up, yeah. Pretty much. And so that was the main point. And then it was a better camera, but that one was $1,500 to $2,000 range, which I can't justify right now. So this is a good entry level camera for myself and to get that quality across without not being able to eat top ramen for the next week.
Now let me ask you this. So how many people would this follow? Let's say for me and you're in here, would it just follow you or it's going to follow the person that's talking?
We'll find out right now, right? Ah, shit. So I need to set this up on my app on the phone. Okay, so there's going to be an app that it connects to, and so right now obviously I can't connect to it. It has power, but I have to connect it to the app, and through the app what I'm going to do is I have to put in my YouTube streaming link, and this connects to the Wi-Fi, connects to the app, and it knows where to send that information to. And so YouTube has, I think it's a RTML link, and so you put that same link into here, you put that same link into the YouTube or whatever I'm streaming to, and it'll send that signal out to wherever I'm streaming it to. So that way I could stream, and I don't have to have that USB-C wire, the $500 wire, and it'll stream, and it will be compressed, but it'll still be a good quality of stream. But the more important thing over all that is that it's downloading that uncompressed video straight to the SD card, so that way I don't have to worry about that.
And it'll be at that 60 frames per second.
Yeah, which reminds me is that it's not even in here.
Some of those you have to buy separately.
It said it came with it,
Oh, okay.
so I might have to. Not on the floor, right? It didn't fall over there.
Let it pop up.
This is cool though. It comes with this thing that says 222. But so another thing that's been tripping me out is that the transfer rates between everything is very important, and that's why you buy some charging cables that don't charge as fast, and they're shit. And you're like, oh, this is just a China quality. It's not that. It's just that. I mean, yeah, it is that. Don't get me wrong. But what it is that it's the material that it's made out of that it's not letting you do what you think it's supposed to do. So. Yeah, they didn't come with the SD card. That's kind of fucked up. It's supposed to come with the 500 gigabyte SD card. Well, I'll probably buy like 1,000 one then now. That way I could probably, if I'm doing a lot or whatever the case is, I might be able to just keep a couple days on there. Because that's one thing that I like about having a smaller card was that I have to do something at the end of the day with it, or else it's going to override it and that'll be gone. So it kind of forces me to. Oh man, it smells just like gas. But so yeah, that's that. I'm going to let's see. Has anybody hopped in here? Oh, we got a couple people in here. Alaska, I'll see you soon. How do you know I'm gonna be in Alaska? Did I actually buy that FD? So, let's see. I'm gonna switch you guys around. So, I did not buy the FD. So what's happening with that FD is beyond repair. That FD is trash. We all know it. I know it. I don't want the FD. I don't have space for a third FD, let alone my RX-8 that's literally right outside right here. I physically just don't. And right now, shop space is my biggest asset, and shop space is what I need. So I can't have an FD sitting right there for however long until I could get to it, because I've already proven to myself I can't get to my own shit. That's just the reality of things. You know, I've accepted that. I'm working on it, and it is what it is. So hopefully this kind of motivates me to get my shit together. But I'm already on the path of getting my shit together. So I'm hoping that this streamlines the path of getting my shit together, if that makes sense. But so I told him, I was like, look, I don't want it. I genuinely do not want it, but I do. If the price is good and I can't ignore the price, like I said in the video, I've already had this opportunity, and I had it slipped away because my dog issues and my car issues, and I needed the money. So I let a good FD slip away before, and it was a lot less fucked up than this, and I had a lot better parts than this. But the main thing is that these past couple of years I've been kind of depressed because I've been seeing the FD prices go up and up and up, and they're not worth that money. Like this car right here, this is a slight little pole crash, and it bent the shock tower, and it's technically this car should be totaled out. This is a fucked up car. It technically should be totaled out, but there's a sick ass person like me in this world that said, no, I see you, and I could fix you. So with that car, it's so bad on both sides that what I need to do is I just need to chop everything off after the firewall. Everything just needs to be chopped off, and I just need to redo it all from the beginning. I've done the subframe for the Pikes rotor, for the Pikes Peak car. I've done that subframe, which is a pain in the ass, but I now have experience with that. I know how to reinforce the chassis. I know how to rebuild these shock towers stronger, because obviously these shock towers suck ass. So I could rebuild the whole front end exactly how I want it, and it'll be this fucking sick ass car. But finding the time is gonna be where I have the struggle. But if I put that in here and I have it eating up shop space, I'm gonna have to deal with that and get that out of here, because I can't have half of my shop consumed by one car. So that's not making me money. And right now I just need to make money. I'm broke as shit, and I've never been this broke in my life. No, that's a lie, but it does get worse, I guess. Never mind, I'm gonna shut up. But so the whole gist of the thing was that it's from Frizz over at Lucky 7, and he said, hey, I have this customer, he crashed into the mountain, you want to come take a look at it? It's trash no matter what, so maybe you could save it. And so I saw it, and I've been struggling with myself. And so I told him, like, hey, if we could do trade work for a low amount, I don't want to say the low amount just because you guys are going to try to swoop on my deal. But I said if we could do trade work, because he wants me to do some fab work, it would make sense, and I'll do that. And he said okay, so he's gonna figure that out for me. I'm waiting to hear back from him. I'm not in no rush. I don't have space for it right now, so he could take as long as he needs, because I don't have the space for it. But also another motivating factor, which solidifies the deal, is Rob just got a short shaft 3-rotor. I'll show you guys. So Rob literally got this shaft literally just to spite me, because Rob is a sick in the head person. You guys know how white people are. Spite is Rob's biggest motivator, sadly. But so this is my RX-8 E shaft, and so this is pretty short, you know. And so when you start, how can I show you guys? So when you start, this is one rotor, this is another rotor, and so when you start adding rotors on, it just kind of extends. And so with the fat iron 3-rotor, there's a little lobe because the one iron is fatter, and that's where it has the fat iron, and then the other rotor slides onto it. So it extends the E shaft about 1.5 inches, I believe it is, an inch or inch and a half. Right now I can't properly think. But so the short shaft is a shorter shaft, so instead of having that fat iron, it uses another intermediate plate iron, so that way it looks cleaner, it looks more symmetrical, and the shaft is a special type of shaft that is made for that. It's not a OEM Mazda one. So I always told him that that was the dream of mine, is to have that engine, because that engine, in my own personal opinion, is the best rotary engine that you could build. Horsepower versus money. A lot of people, they build 4 rotors, even 5 rotors, or what are 6 rotors, and they only get 1,000, 1,500 horsepower out of them max, and you're not even using all that power most of the time. That's one thing that we made a point of with the 4 rotors, to have 4 rotors and actually use that power and make the 1,700 horsepower, figuratively, that we've made. And so I think efficiently using all the 3 rotor power, 1,000 horsepower all day long, I think you probably push maybe 1,300, 1,200 out of it, like it's max. But I think it could live at 1,000 horsepower all day long with no issues. So he got that shaft in literally the same day that I looked at the car, and so it's kind of like meant to be. And he said, "Hey, dude, you know, if you get that FD, I'll give you the shaft so that way you could build your dream engine. I have no use for it. I only got it because I hate you, and I actually realized that I hate you because I love you so much, and I want to be you, and your dick is bigger, and all that other crazy stuff." So I said, "Dude, I appreciate that. Like that's the least that you could do." So thank you, Rob, so much. I appreciate that. When I get the FD in, I will come collect my shaft, and one of us will get the shaft, and I think we'll both get the shaft. So I really hope that all comes together. Just waiting on time. Like I said, I'm in no rush. I don't have the time for it right now. But if it comes along and it just naturally happens without me forcing it, then it's meant to be. If not, I have so much other shit to do. So it is what it is. But on that note, I'm in the stream for a little bit. The AC unit is in here, and it's working. And it's working. I feel colder and I feel more comfortable. This whole past week, I haven't been able to do shit. I just come in here and I sweat my ass off, and I'm not comfortable. I don't want to work, and I start complaining. And then, of course, I love my workers, so I'm gonna just listen to them. Yeah, bro, take the day off until it gets colder. And I come back in here at night, and it's colder, and I start working, and then my girlfriend gets home, and then I gotta be a husband. So it's been tough. So now I can work during the day, which is great. So I'm gonna set up the stream real quick with this thing, with the app, and then I'm gonna come back in here and I'm gonna get to work. I gotta put this fuel cell into this FD. I already took the, I did it twice. Let's see. I already took the fuel cell out. I drained the lines. I need to put this in here. And I need to run power to this pump. Then I need to run new lines from what he has. He has a track day on the 17th. And so he needs to make sure that everything is up and going. But all I'm doing is putting the fuel cell in, so he should be, so he should be gone on Sunday. That is the plan, and so I'm still trying to stick to that plan. I have this out, and I should have the fuel cell in there by the end of the day, at least laid in there and somewhat packed in there, welded, and we'll move on from there. So it'll be a long weekend, which is fine. My girlfriend's taking care of her parents' dog, so I got some free time to deal with my other girlfriends, I guess. So yeah, I'll be back in like an hour or two or something like that. So love you guys.